Welcome back to the Tydirium Hanger. This is Mike with an update video on masterpiece collecting and third-party collecting. It's a pretty exciting time to start collecting third parties for the masterpiece Transformers. A big part of that is because a lot of the older ones are getting sold off and upgraded to some different companies making the same molds, and speculation that they're going to make some new ones. So talk a little bit about the future masterpiece and what's going on in the third-party sector. The first one I want to discuss is Blaster. Now this is the KFC transistor version of Blaster, and he looks amazing. Design elements are somewhat similar to the Masterpiece Soundwave, and I love the Soundwave. I like the idea you can fit 3 of those in his chest. So 3 of his cassettes fit in his chest there. I opted to get the metallic version, and I got a lot from a guy who was selling them off because he's ready to get the next set of third parties and different stuff, and I shared the same belief as me that we're going to have an official masterpiece either next year or the year after. And then we kind of had a reveal earlier with a set of what would be cassettes going with him that were, I guess, a shattered glass or a dark version for the Decepticons. So that's up for sale on all these online retailers for like $100 for 4 cassettes. But then here we go with Tesla. I never really paid much attention to him, but this guy was selling it, selling quite a few at the same time, and I just tried to bundle them together as a deal. And once I got him, I realized, wow, he's bigger than the Carbots, so he deserves to be on the big boy shelf. So I keep the Carbots on a separate shelf because I'm really not impressed with their size. Tesla here looks really good. You could change out his forearms and legs to a different color. I'm happy with the way it came, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But I think he looks good. I'm highly impressed, and just high-level quality coming from Fans Toys, of course. As I said in my last video, I'm going after Kronos. I was going to spend $100 on a Kronos. I got one for 60. Now Kronos looks good, just towers over everyone else. Think he looks great. I'm impressed with his look on a shelf. That's all I care about. I'm never going to transform this guy. I think the guy that had him before me never transformed him either. He was in the box and nothing broken. The only downside, the QC issue I'm dealing with, is about loose shoulders. He can't really hold his gun up. So there's a problem. Anyhow, just really kind of, I liked his look, and I don't really care about the shoulders not posing very well because I can do other poses with him. But I'm going to get Phoenix eventually one day when I snag him for about 100 somehow. Maybe on his 8th production run. Here's some more Blasters cassettes that I picked up in the deal. I like them. I think they're okay. But I really have switched over to the side of the MMC or Ocular Max or whoever's working on those. Full cassette size. They won't fit in his chest, but they'll look great on display. So these guys will fold up into his chest. You know they're there. And then you can get a more detailed looking figure coming out with the full size. And it would scale better. And I'm all about things scaling better. I guess bigger and bigger makes better. Speaking of bigger, Jin Bao made a bigger boy now right here. This guy is huge. It's a new addition. I forgot to put a sticker on him, but yeah, he is awesome. Now I kind of have him hidden back here in the corner. This is where I did have Devastator before, but I like this guy. He feels lighter weight than I would think something this big would feel, but he's heavier than the Combiner Wars Devastator, and so that kind of gives you a bit of a look at that guy. Kind of an idea of where he stands quality-wise. A little bit better quality than Combiner Wars Devastator when it comes to weight, if you're checking it like that. And he's got some good ratchets in him. Here he is compared to Combiner Wars Minosaur, and this Minosaur's got every single upgrade. And this is another one I bought off of a collector who was just dumping his collection there. He was moving on, and so it worked out for me. I actually have this is, I think, the Unite Warriors version. I've got the original one stashed away somewhere else. I never even opened those, so I'll probably be selling those off just because I got this guy. But him and Jin Bao, that works good. And I'm really going to stick with combiners only on Jin Bao. size or bigger. I mean, I think that this guy's a little shorter than the Devastator that goes with Toy World, so he won't scale well with Toy World. Kind of in the middle of Combiner War, Devastator, and Toy World, but I think he looks okay next to Devastator, and so that's kind of where it stands. Speaking of Devastator, I've got both versions up here with both having a different foot upgrade. One's a PC Effects, which I think is that one, and then the other one's like DNA or something like that. I actually don't remember. My buddy told me. I started searching. I found one for like $20, $23 something on eBay. Bought it. Now I can't find another one, so I guess I got lucky. It has to do with timing. Everything has to do with timing. These guys look good up here, and Toy World or whoever, Zeta Toys makes a Superion. If I could fit it in this spot, this is where he's going. But for now, he occupies my favorite KO. My favorite KO is MPP10, the oversized KO. And yeah, I've got 5 other versions of the MP10 mold. I'm A-okay with buying my 6th one as a KO. It's not going to hurt anybody. But putting them side by side with MPL1 is just kind of an homage to the beginning and where we're at now. And where in a few years we're going to see the 3.0. It's bound to happen. It's going to happen. The Optimus Prime 3.0 is going to come out. And so that's going to be my predictions here in just a second. So here I am with the Carbots. Not really impressed with the scale of them, but I do like the engineering. I like the look, and I feel like they don't deserve to be on the big boy shelf because they're too small. They don't feel masterpiece to me. They should be like 6, well, they're 6 inches. They should be like 7.5 to 8 inches. They should just be a head or two smaller, not almost half the size. I know they're 6 inches versus 9 inches, but it just seems too small. And I know Bumblebee is way too small for me. So anyway, one of my more recent pickups here is Huff. He's a pretty cool guy. I wasn't really excited for him or going after him or anything. And I don't get excited about the small ones. Back here, of course, we got Prowl. I mean, who doesn't have a Prowl? And because I originally planned on, it's funny. I was gonna put this on my big boy shelf. This is my first Carbot. I picked yellow to contrast. So I just didn't want to have red next to red with Optimus Prime. And so I opened the yellow one up. Now I wish I'd opened the red one up now that I'm putting them on separate shelves. But whatever. So here we are with the Wheeljack. And I like Wheeljack. And I'd say so far to date, he's my second favorite. And y'all are going to love who my favorite is. Trax so far is my favorite Carbot. I really like him. He looks good. I love the paint. Just the paint looks amazing on his chest. I really like the rubber tires he has. I like the poses I can put him in. He has no trouble posing anyhow I want to pose him. I've had no trouble with this guy whatsoever. I've heard a lot of complaints online, but he's great. Next, I want to talk about Hound. This is the Fan Toys version of Hound, and now the name is escaping me. But it doesn't really matter. He looks cool. He's what I want. Too small. I still feel like he's too small. It's a little tiny hound. It's a baby hound. Behind him are some more variations of the Prowl mold. And the Prowl mold's great. I like it. I was impressed with it, but the Prowl mold probably rates like number 3 on my Carbots. So this is Maytoy's Cupula, but I didn't understand when I was buying it. I just thought, hey, what a great deal. I mean, I've been looking at this guy for about a week or two. One pops up for 80, bought him right away. Showed up, everything was great. Then I see this box saying yes model. Turns out this is a KO of a third party. Now I'm not really going out after that, but it's not going to bother me anyway. And it sure won't bother me when I buy the hardhead version. So in order to fit an Ultra Magnus on this shelf, I went ahead and went with the Combiner Wars leader class. And of course, leader classes are my fill-ins. And I like those leader classes. So they'll fill in just fine for now. But I have the actual Ultra Magnus. But the problem with that is he's just too big for the shelf. And when I'm trying to do like a movie display, I need something that'll all fit right here. Definitely a bigger version of her will fit. This is the KO oversized one. and definitely a bigger Rodimus. I don't know why I don't break out my Hot Rodimus or my whatever, the first one from Toys R Us. Anyway, Springer, this is my filler as a Voyager size, and he still doesn't fit. I mean, looking at this, it just doesn't fit, it's a work in progress. But I think I'm leaning towards the X-Transbot. Now, I actually love X-Transbot's Polyon, so I like X-Transbot and what they do, and really, I never plan on transforming them, so I'll get him in his mode and just enjoy it. But this guy is really cool in all three modes, and so thinking about which one do you want? You know, the open and play one is supposed to be the easiest transformation. It doesn't look like it is, but it's the cheapest so far. And which one's going to be the best? Which one are you going to like? The good thing about there being 5 or 6 of them coming out around the same time, like within a year of each other, is that you can pick and choose. Or you can be like me and wait maybe 2 years till I pick mine. Who knows? Lastly, I just want to talk about the future of Masterpiece. I haven't bought an actual Masterpiece pretty much all year. I think the only thing that I've bought are third parties with people dumping theirs, such as Kronos. And what we're going to see is an upgraded MP10. Well, it's going to be MP10. It's going to be MP50 or something. Who knows? Upgraded Prime, because it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. I'm happy with this Prime, except I think its calves are just too big. And if they could have been thinner and taller a little bit, it would have been better. Then you've got the official blaster that's going to come out. So there's 2 of my predictions, and they will come true. And on top of it, they're going to knock off some more Carbots. Eventually do a real Hound. And I really, you know, if the Carbots, I think I'm done buying them official, and I'm just going to do the KO oversize on them unless Hasbro ups their game and starts putting out the Carbots like Hound, steps them up and gets them closer to Ironhide. I'm happy with the size with Ironhide and Ratchet. I think they fit well. I'm happy with that. I don't need an oversized version of those. But just that's where the state we're in. We're going to the future, and Tydirium Hanger out.